Oh boy, we're already
Whoa.
on a good start.
Oh, we're on.
And we're live! Welcome to GxG!
Woohoo.
Hi, Bruce.
Hi,
Hi,
Bruce.
Hola, Bruce.
Is Bruce even still alive?
Of course
Hey,
Bruce is still
that's
alive.
not funny.
I haven't
wait,
heard from him in
Probably
forever.
not, but
No.
Yeah,
I heard from
thanks.
him the other day.
Oh, okay.
No, I heard from him after I had gone down to that big ass record store and posted some pictures.
he
And
went down on a big ass.
An ass record store.
That would be a great name for a record store. Big ass record store.
That's right. So, but no, he
But
uses.
then it would just be a bar.
Maybe it holds records of asses.
See. Anyway, but no, I'd gone down to the big record store and posted a picture of whipped cream and other delights because he uses that as his avatar image thing, and he responded to it affirmatively. So yeah, he's still alive.
Okay. Well,
Oh.
I'm glad to know that.
Yeah.
We love you, Bruce.
Everybody loves Bruce. If
How do you
anybody
not
doesn't
love
love
Bruce?
Bruce, if
He's a
anybody
lovable
doesn't love
guy.
Bruce, they're stupid.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
So, we have no topic tonight, but
No,
we
of
were
course
pretty
not.
sure that our adoring fans missed us so much that we needed to record an episode of GxG, despite the fact that we had no agenda, because most of the time, even when we do have an agenda, it's
We
not
kinda
like we
skip
pay
it.
any attention to it.
We did have one legitimate question come in.
Yes.
And
I
that
prefer
was
illegitimate questions.
We
Jim.
can use this as our icebreaker.
Okay, let's break the ice.
All right. Jim, would you like to, since the question was kind of in your court?
well, Jim Alt asked if what was the appropriate time to start building suspense and anticipation for the new season of Doctor Who?
Anticipation.
Patient.
You guys ruined it.
No.
Oh,
no,
I
it
think
was
it
just
was well
right.
timed.
Listen, the bar has been set at 5 years. Did you guys see that tweet from Dr. Frankenfurter?
No.
No.
So, 5 years ago, someone, with the alias of Dr. Frankenfurter on Twitter, starts to post that, and then stops with Antissa, and doesn't tweet anything underneath that account at Twitter for 5 years, and then the next tweet after that is patient.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Here's my question. What's the chance that he actually just kind of forgot about the account altogether during that time, and it
Peter.
wasn't actually planned like that?
How could
Fair
you
enough.
say such a thing?
Yeah. Why do you have to do
Let's
that?
talk
Peter?
about geeks and their dedication to ridiculousness.
No. See, the reason I asked, because if I would have done it, that's exactly what I would have done.
I was going to say, if it wasn't for happy accidents, I wouldn't be here.
Well, I don't know about that part.
That's not
No,
true.
right. Because I might not have been a happy accident
No, but you are purely coincidental.
entirely.
All people, living or dead.
Totally.
Anyway, back to Jim's question.
All right.
Doctor
So,
Who.
What was the question?
When is the next Doctor Who coming on?
I thought it was scheduled for the next season was scheduled to start in September.
Are they still making episodes? It feels like forever since one was on.
I know they
Yeah.
take an awfully long time, don't they?
Those
Yes.
Brits, man.
And it seems like they've been promoting it for a very long time.
Here,
It's like,
you may
how many
watch
times
5
can we-
minutes of our show.
How many times can they show that same picture?
I was going to say, if they showed 5 minutes of the show, that would be incredible.
You know.
Oh, are you doing the pose?
Yes.
I
the
do
pose.
like. Can we talk about Capaldi's costume?
Sure.
I think it's rocking.
You think it's rocking? You like
I
the
like it. I'm a
it's
fan.
kind of the red lining in the coat, doesn't it?
Yeah. mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
Like a
linings.
cape kind of goes back to
Very reminiscent of Dracula, I think. Or just Victorian in general.
Or the third Doctor, even.
actually that's what I was trying to come up with.
Thank you, canonical man.
Yes.
That's my job.
Yep.
If ever we
That's
have
why we keep you around.
Yeah.
It's about the only reason we keep him around, to be honest.
It's not. I mean, no, it's not.
He does a fabulous lower third.
No, actually, I said it's about, not it's not. But,
Did
you
you
know.
say he has a fabulous lower third?
I
He
said
does a fabulous.
he does a fabulous lower third. It's in the Urban Dictionary. It's like the Dirty Sanchez.
Yeah, if it weren't for him, none of us would have
Know
as
our
great
name.
lower thirds as we have.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I passed around my lower thirds.
Jason, I fully expect that once we have finished recording, you are going to go add that to Urban Dictionary.
Lower third.
Yeah, just do it now. I'm sure you have more room on your screen.
Good.
Actually, on his laptop.
By the way, Martin has chimed in.
Oh, yay! Hi, Martin!
Hi, Martin. Anyway,
Martin's our fan.
Martin who?
Martin has probably watched more episodes of this than we have.
He is our number one of one.
We're supposed to watch our own episodes?
Well, I never do, but
No.
it's could be beside the point.
Theoretically, one way that you can get better at any kind of performance is to watch your previous performances and assess them.
I was waiting for the edited version. I was told that there was going to be an edited version.
Well, you were
Yeah,
also
but-
told there was going to be no math.
Pretty perfect no matter what I do.
The editor
so.
walked off the earth, remember?
Yeah. He
Yeah, he
edited
doesn't
one
like us
episode, and that
anymore.
was it.
Editor.
We should have made him edit. It's our fault.
I know, we
Exactly.
asked him to do something, and then that was just too much.
I can't get anything coherent from this shit. I quit.
Anyway,
God damn
Like I
it, you're
was
talking
saying.
over each other again!
We wouldn't do that.
What?
anyway,
Okay, so what's
So-
Martin asking?
Martin was saying it's less of a question, but
He
it's-
never asks
I
questions,
think,
but you have to add. You have to read them as if they're
Well,
questions.
he tacked on a question at the end. I
Yes,
think,
you
but
do.
excuse me, I have the floor. Come on.
This is the internet. There's no floor.
All right,
It's a microphone.
Martin, I have no idea what you sound like, so I'm going to pretend I'm going to make up a voice for you.
Oh, dear.
I
This
think
will not go well.
This ends well.
I know. I think, but I'm not sure, that the next season is to start in August. By the way, is this supposed to be in the form of a question?
Thank you for the information, Martin, and for
Well,
remembering
Martin
to
sounds
phrase
like a
your
Sith Lord.
response in the form of a question.
This is why everybody loves Martin.
Yeah. Also, did you see that lovely picture he took of his tea? It made me happy.
I did. Martin, do you ever wash your teacup?
Oh! Isn't that a little bit personal for this early in the evening?
No, I didn't say tea bag.
I was told that you're not supposed to wash it, and that you just keep letting it get dirty, and then eventually you could just put hot water in there and make tea out of it.
Boy,
no,
my
that's,
God,
that's either a wok or a cast iron skillet.
That's how
Yeah.
you know.
Teacup.
No, the guy told me about tea. He's like, you see how Woo's over there is really dark? He's very wise. I'm like, okay.
I don't know if I can get behind that. I drink a lot of different kinds of teas. I don't want my other kinds of teas to taste like other kinds of teas.
Black
I'm
of the
not
Bear.
saying I did it. I won't even drink iced tea if it's more than 30 hours old.
Seriously? What's
Yeah.
wrong with you?
That's an interesting cutoff point.
Why 30 hours as opposed to, say, 12 or 40?
Isn't that how long it takes mosquito larvae to gestate?
I'm from the South. I'm allowed to be picky about my tea.
No.
You're
You're from the
scientist.
South, which means that you're used to your tea being filled with about 37 cups of sugar.
That's what happens. The sugar eventually bleeds out after 30 hours. It settles on the bottom.
Yeah, and then it's Jello, and then you eat it.
Oh,
That doesn't make sense.
Like coffee jello.
Maybe I put some kind of cross-linker in there. I don't know.
Crosslinker?
Well, I mean, you
Uh-oh.
can't just make Jello out of sugar. It doesn't cross-link, so you have to put it in a cross-linker.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
That's all sciencey and shit, Peter.
Yeah, you're being all sciencey. And
Yeah,
I'm not-
yeah.
I don't understand big words like that. Oh, by the way, for those of you who are watching, we do have the Q&A open, as Martin has already demonstrated. So
That's
feel free to drop us questions and or comments and or make fun of Jim's hair.
Ask us your questions, and maybe we'll answer them.
So,
What's my eye?
can we do, what are you reading, Peter?
Did we did we sufficiently answer the opening question?
Was there a question?
God damn it, am I gonna have to be the taskmaster? I'm curious what the answer is.
The answer is 42.
I knew that. I saw that coming. But is that
42
month,
days before
days,
they
minutes,
said it.
hours? Context.
Oh, right. Anyway, so I believe that Jim Alt was asking when all the excitement about the new season is going to come to a head. Then we spent about 20 minutes just figuring out when the next season.
Thank God Martin was watching.
I know.
So the answer is sometime in August, which means we have a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
So, should we
I'm about
start?
ready right now.
I mean, should I start making Dalek chocolates right now, you think? I
Oh,
mean,
totally, and you should mail me a whole bunch of them. because
Did
I
I send
really
you-
enjoyed the ones you sent
I was
earlier.
gonna say, did I send you Daleks or only Han Solos? I couldn't remember.
I got a couple Daleks. I think I only had one Han Solo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like I said, you may feel free to send me more anytime.
You may feel free to drive your ass up the shore and get some.
Oh.
Yeah, how about if you actually? How about if I just take you off the fruitcake list for next year?
Yeah, that's really gonna get her.
Fruitcake list?
Yeah, no, she's definitely on the fruitcake list.
I am the fruitcake list.
I think the 5 people in this hangout are certainly at the top of that list.
Yeah, but this isn't a Jimmy Buffett song.
Oh, see, I
Fruitcake's
knew
on the
that.
bus. Thank you for the introduction there, Peter.
Yeah, see, I'm there for you.
I know.
All right. So anyway, for several people in here, the excitement for Doctor Who never lets up. Jim is always at a fever pitch. For example.
Where's your bow tie, dude?
Yeah, totally.
Which one?
All of them.
The cool one.
There
How
are
many bow ties do you have now?
3.
How many fezzes do you have?
Just one.
Are
How
any of
many
your bow
Sonic
ties
screwdrivers
reversible?
Wait, there were 2 questions overlapping.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
No, I'm not sure that the fez is reversible, but the bow ties are, and I only have 1 sonic screwdriver.
I'm disappointment.
Aw.
Wow, even I have 2 sonic screwdrivers.
I have 2 homemade sonic screwdrivers, but I have a handcrafted 4th Doctor scarf, so.
And that is about the most killer thing any of us have.
I have something that looks like a sonic screwdriver, but it's really a kitchen gadget.
But Jim has the cookie jar that makes the TARDIS noise, though. That's
I sure
pretty
do.
good.
And
I
I've got a
mean-
3-foot TARDIS. That's supposed to be for like DVDs and stuff.
We are going
What?
personal.
Yeah.
A 3-foot TARDIS that does what now?
That's supposed to, like, you put DVDs in it.
DVD.
What are DVDs? Is that
yeah,
like
exactly.
a hard drive or a cloud? Or...
I don't know. Can you
I'm
can
confused.
you
It's
see
like
that?
blue-
It's
it's like
over there in the
blue-
corner. Am I pointing
Oh,
the camera at it?
it's so cute.
Yeah.
Floors are fabulous in your new place.
What's that?
Your floors in your new place are fabulous.
Well, they're all right. They get dirty quick. Hardwood.
They're also more or less
Do you have
clean
a
right now.
Swiffer? Swiffers are great for hardwood. They just like suck up all the dust.
Do that again?
Yes, I'm holding a piece of Lego.
That sounded vaguely dirty.
I didn't.
Would you like me to make it sound dirtier? I probably
No.
Is that possible?
Martin's watching. We have to keep it kid friendly.
That's right.
Martin's not a kid.
I know. That's the joke.
Anyway, we
That
do
was
have.
hilarious.
All right. We do have a comment from. We do have a comment from our good friend Mr. Jimbo Palmer.
It's a question. There's a question mark at the end.
Yes.
Can you
Jimbo,
do Jimbo's voice?
I do
We love
know what
Jimbo's
Jimbo
voice.
sound like, and Jimbo is a lovely person.
You don't know what Jimbo sounds like?
I said I do.
Oh.
Do. Anyway, I don't think I can properly do Jimbo's voice, so I'm just going to read this.
Can you
in
do
a
it as
dignified manner.
Porky Pig, please?
No, Porky is definitely
Please.
something I cannot do. The last time I tried Porky Pig, you all made fun of me.
I
That doesn't
didn't.
sound like us.
Well,
Listen,
Peter,
only slightly.
Other than Martin's voice, what voices can you do?
Peter's voice.
I haven't really accounted for that. So.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Sunday.
Yay! All right, go ahead, Peter.
Okay, so
Now invite us to Spatula City.
And then tell us to
Anyway.
shop S-Mart.
Well, Spatula City and S-Mart. Oh.
Ah, jeez. Anyway, Jimbo asks, would editing to increase coherence reduce the length of each episode to under 30 seconds? And the answer to that is probably
Absolutely.
yes.
Without question.
So definitely, Jimbo, the answer to your question is any editing that actually made us sound reasonable would put the length of each episode at approximately 23.5 seconds.
I'd like to venture a guess that it would have probably a negative measure of time.
We
I
are
don't
the
think that's-
black hole.
That's
Of
not
comprehension.
really possible until we get a working TARDIS.
Our edited version just ends up playing some other video.
Yes.
I thought it was a GxG podcast, but it's free.
Wait.
Like
If
after a
we-
fortnight, every CD left in the car becomes Queen's Greatest Hits.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, here's another thought. Maybe if you were to,
Whoop,
if
there
you
it
were
went.
He's gonna do that whole
Right, I
don't
see
talk
right
over
there.
me thing again, isn't he?
if you were to
Thinking
play
hard.
our episodes backwards, would there actually be a coherent message?
No.
No?
Yep, you're black drinking.
I might get more coherent.
Well, it depends on how much
No,
rhyme.
right?
I was gonna say, that's
No.
only-
Well, because you know there are all
backwards.
sorts of songs that have backwards messages. Like if you listen to Weird Al's "Nature Trail to Hell," there's that section where if you play it backwards, it says "Satan eats cheese whiz."
Mm. Peter, you know only uber geeks like Weird Al.
Satan.
What's your
Yeah.
point?
What?
You just gained some cred in my eyes.
And only.
Yeah, see. I am a close personal friend of Al.
Really?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Have you ever played his accordion?
Is that what the
No.
fan club letter says?
Yes, that's exactly what the fan club letter says. Close personal friends of Al. Hello.
You can call me Betty,
Betty, when you
Why would I call you Betty?
so I can call you Al.
Okay. Okay, anyway, I believe, Katie, before we got sideswiped, again, you were about to ask a question.
Did we ask the question? Did we haven't answered the question. What the fuck were we talking about?
We were
Doctor
talking-
Who.
we
You were
talking about
saying that
Doctor Who.
True Blue was.
True
Yeah.
blue, baby, I love you.
Right.
Darling, true love.
You see, this is why we can't actually get anything done on a broadcast.
What are you talking about? Jenny and I are having fun.
Listen, you can't call them broads anymore. All right.
Oh no!
I think Peter blushed.
No, I'm just drunk. It helps me get through the day.
No, you're not.
All right. We do actually have another question.
Hang on, wait, no.
Wait.
We've still got a
When
first question,
is the
apparently.
appropriate
I know
time
that.
to
All
begin
right.
getting excited about the next episode of Doctor Who? Jim, when is the appropriate time?
I already answered the question, but I'll say my answer again. Probably by the day before it airs.
Oh, right, because you're a slacker. Jenny, when is the appropriate time to get excited about the new Doctor Who?
A couple of weeks after it airs because I don't have BBC.
Excellent answer, thank you. Jason, when is the appropriate time to get excited about the new Doctor Who?
Immediately after the previous one ends.
Good answer.
That works.
Peter, when is the appropriate time to get excited about the new Doctor Who?
As soon as my DVR picks up that there are new episodes that will be recorded in the future.
You know, I know someone who lives within driving distance of you who... Never mind.
And Katie, your answer?
My
If Peter
answer.
vanishes tomorrow, we know who to blame.
When is the appropriate time to start getting excited about the new Doctor Who? The answer to that is it's irrelevant. We have a TARDIS.
And if we average those answers,
Wibbly wobbly, timey
Timey
wimey.
wimey. And always.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yes is the answer.
All right. Now, since we actually answered a real question,
We answered a question! Go team!
now we all get to applaud ourselves.
Broadcast is over.
I hate to say it, that might have been more than 23 and a half seconds of coherence.
Oh shit.
I know.
Well, we'll have to do better.
Ruined
All
it.
right. So we're going to move on to something submitted by Richard Huffman. Hello, Richard.
hello, Richard.
It says,
Hello,
by the way, I also don't know what Richard sounds like, so I'm just going to make shit up.
Is that going to be Martin's voice again?
That's a question for each of you.
That's not what he sounds
Spot on.
If every cassette tape placed in a car becomes a copy of Queen's Greatest Hits, which video would play if an episode was edited to negative length?
I can't understand what the fuck you're saying, Peter.
Yeah.
Can you
You
try a
could
different
read
voice?
it in the question stage.
Just use Martin's voice again.
You know what?
Use your broadcaster voice. Practice. Hey baby, how you doing?
In a world where every cassette tape
In a world where every cassette tape placed in a car becomes a copy of Queen's Greatest Hits, which episode would play if an episode was edited to a negative length? All right, Jason, you're up first.
Well, I don't know. Does it have to be a Queen video?
No, I don't think it has to be a Queen video. Just what's the most generic video you can think of that our episode might possibly result in?
Fergie's Fergalicious.
Reasonable. Jenny?
Oh, me?
Yes, you. How many other Jennys do we have?
One.
Probably,
One. I know that answer.
Stop that. That's coherence.
yeah,
None of that.
We've already
Carl
used our
Sagan's
line.
Contact.
What's Contact what?
Carl
What?
Sagan's Contact, the movie.
The whole thing?
Yeah, that's how little sense we make.
Oh, so you're
Wow.
saying we are so inverse of that. Gotcha. Jim?
That was-
Oh, gotcha. So we go so far the other direction that we invoke Carl Sagan's Contact when we. I see. I like that answer.
I'm okay to go.
I think that we would edit down and become a Rick Astley video.
Never gonna give you up.
There
Never
you go.
gonna let you down. Rick rolled. Gotta work it in.
Yep.
Totally. All right, Katie.
I
And
think.
Rickrolling us. Jim's
I
already
think we
got
would
it.
become the episode of the A-Team where they break Murdoch out of the crazy house.
Again?
Isn't that all of them?
Yes.
It's been a
Go on
while.
adventures.
Okay, and as for me, I think we'd probably turn into the episode of Night Court where he judges Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner.
I don't think I saw that one.
Oh, it was good. Yeah, it was one of the, it was I'm gonna say the second season, but I'm not absolutely positive about that.
Because you're just making it up.
No, I'm not just making it up. It actually happened.
You guys,
What?
I rickrolled myself.
Oh, thanks a lot, guys.
Oh man.
I might have to go get another drink.
Might?
And by the way, regarding my use of voices, I think Jimbo makes a very cromulent observation when he says that if I can do Mel Blanc, I don't need any other voices.
That's true.
Cromulent. Nice.
I love that word, don't you?
The episode was called Still Another Day in the Life, and it appears to be in the 4th season.
Okay, I was off on what season it was, but it did happen. And
Maybe. I'm not sure. It could be my Google. My Google is off too.
I do have the DVDs over in the
You
other
guys,
Oh,
I
I'm
beat
jealous.
Jason at Google the other day.
room. What's that?
I beat Jason at Google Foo the other day.
How did you do that?
So the Minecraft on my computer wasn't working, and
Mhm.
so I Googled and found that the answer was to just always run it in administrator mode. And then I wasn't home yesterday. I don't know, whenever I wasn't home, and he couldn't get Minecraft to work.
To be fair, it was 6 o'clock in the morning.
You're a
Yeah.
morning person.
What, and your Google muscle doesn't work that early?
It does not.
Is what?
Google muscle.
There are
I would
other
have to
muscles
say
more
that
important
sounds
at that point.
disturbingly close to Kegel muscle.
Yes, exactly.
A Kegel isn't a...
Anyway,
Go put water in this.
Is now the time when the girls leave the hangout so that the boys can burp and fart? I'm gonna give it another drink.
All right, time to burp and fart.
yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I had to hold it in until now.
Hand farts don't count, do they?
Dang it.
There you go. There's
I
the
just
23
did-
seconds.
All right, we've totally used up our allotment. By the way, and this is another question from Jimbo that I think Jim is qualified to answer. It asks, is a 3-foot TARDIS a euphemism?
Indeed it is. That is a big bowl of water. Holy shit.
Your powers of observation are astounding, Jason.
Except she couldn't hear a thing you said.
Exactly.
Okay.
What?
Well, to answer Jimbo's question, I guess it's a euphemism for something. Or maybe it's just a TARDIS for Peter Dinklage.
Bigger on the inside.
Well, it doesn't. As long as you can get through the door, it doesn't really matter.
Is it the length of the girth?
Yes?
Exactly.
Pull to open.
So do we have any more questions, or do we need to actually generate content now?
Now I think we're going to have to actually generate content. And I nominate Jim McCloskey to generate content first.
I don't like that.
All right, well, okay, Jim, you've been making your little posters about your little RPGs.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
let's talk about
Yeah.
that.
Talk about that. So you've been doing your whole series on RPGs that you loved as a kid, and since you are still a very large kid, still love, but don't play very often.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't, but I didn't start it intending for it to be a series. I just
You were
thought of,
responding to me.
yeah, I thought of one day and was like, oh, I'm just going to share this, and I
What was that first one?
Hmm?
What was that first one that you posted about?
Oh fuck if I remember. Hold on.
Well, just make it up.
better question. Yes, exactly. We won't check. Jesus.
Jeez, what do we look like? PolitiFact? Come on.
I really don't remember which one was the first one.
Well, so just pretend.
The real question
I don't know. Could have been Star Frontiers, although I don't think that was it.
All right. Well, I don't think I ever played Star Frontiers. Give me a rundown.
Too bad there's no record of any of this.
I know.
Like on Google.
Oh, you can't search that site.
I
No,
know.
I'm trying to look it up now. Except,
Did you hashtag it? You could have searched like that.
well, if I had been thinking and I had a coherent media strategy when I started doing it, I might have done that. But
Or if you didn't post so
you
damn
might not be
much.
familiar, but there's this thing called search engine optimization.
I may have heard a little bit about it.
Throwing the words out.
For those of you playing along at home who are unaware, search engine optimization is a pretty major part of what Jim does at day job.
Yeah. Okay, so what is the question then, Peter?
Okay. The question is it's not so much a question as an order that you give us an overview of some of the RPGs that you've been reminiscing about lately.
There's been 16 posts, so
Just
Yes, he's looking for number one.
pick one.
I am actually looking for number one.
We don't want to hear about number 2, though.
Who does number 2 work for? Oh.
Jason, we already determined we weren't going to ask about number 2. We're looking for a stream of consciousness here.
Okay, well, let's see.
I'll give you a stream.
No, don't. And don't cross them.
And not a streak either.
All right, so number 2 in the series was Toon,
That
which
was
I think would be right up your line, Peter.
It might be.
Oh, the first one, of course, it was the Doctor Who role-playing game,
Yeah.
That's right.
which I honestly only played about 5 times, but for $16.99, I think that the box set cost at the time came with 3 books and a whole bunch of background information, and I devoured that shit. It was like reading. Well, it was like reading good novels, except it was giving me insight into the show that I obviously have a thing for.
Now, when that one was released, who was the Doctor?
I think Colin Baker was still the Doctor at that point. Because don't think that he had quite finished his stint with the Valiant. Oh, and I don't remember Sylvester McCoy being in the source material at all. But yeah, so I posted it, and people, oddly enough, were interested in what I posted.
Yes, she said, "Hey, let's make this a series."
Yeah. And then I followed it up with one I thought you would like, Toon, the cartoon role-playing game.
Yeah, I'd actually never heard of that one, and it looks like fun. It would seem to me you'd have to kind of give up some of your preconceived notions about what a role-playing game is supposed to look like before you can really get into that one, though.
Yeah, it was, oddly enough, it was like being Roger Rabbit, except this was decades before Roger Rabbit.
I could do that.
Can you do the voice?
I don't think I've ever tried.
I'm going to continuously ask you about your voice acting. You realize that, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, how is it?
No, it's doing just fine. Don't have any jobs. Haven't been looking.
Have you been practicing?
No, he
not
doesn't
really.
practice.
No, this is like when I was in band and Mom said, "Did you practice?" I'm like, "Yeah, Mom."
He only practices during the Hangouts, so it's a good
Yeah.
thing we started it back up.
Yeah,
See-
right.
yeah, see, if
We're
these
saving his
Hangouts-
career.
If these Hangouts didn't ever occur, where would I be?
You'd probably be asleep on the couch.
Is that a multiple choice question?
Yes. And
You
you
want
have
the
to
answers
supply
out?
all the multiple choices.
Alphabetically or in order of preference?
Yes.
Autobiographical, please.
Autobiographical.
God,
Wiki
That's a tricky way to get us to talk about ourselves.
yeah,
Well, so then there was the first baseball game, and then there was the second baseball game, and then there was the third baseball game.
pretty much, yeah.
And then he watched Looney Tunes.
And then
That must have been in the car on the way to the baseball.
and then the ultimate spider ham.
Yeah. Better give me a lot of lumps. A whole lot of lumps.
See, there's a voice.
See? That was supposed to be something like Pete Puma. And there's silence. No
All right,
What is
all right,
that?
Gilbert Godfrey, pull it back from the edge there. Give us some
You
You
context.
guys want to see my Balticon swag?
Yes.
So,
Maybe because
Is
it'll
that a
make you
euphemism?
stop asking me.
oh, Jason's gonna have to show you one of them because it's in the room he's in. This is a book I bought
Oh my God, there it is! Sorry.
called "Everything's Better with Monkeys" because I just thought it sounded like an awesome book,
Okay.
and it's got cool art on it. They kind of look like Star Trek-y guys, but I love their facial expressions. Aren't they fabulous?
Those are totally shitty grids.
Well, I like all of you.
Well, thank you.
And do you have the other one, honey?
I
Show up
do.
the other one. This is by the same author, C.J. Henderson. No,
Oh.
not the Pokemon.
I'm sorry.
But the
Wait, there's
Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Talk about the Pokemon problem.
Definitely not the
Jar
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 either.
Turtle. No, that wasn't Jar Jar because he had a Ninja Turtle body. So
Oh,
this is
okay.
Baby's first mythos. And read like the first or second page, Jason, please.
He needs
C,
to
read
speak, though,
C.
or we can't see it.
Oh, you're gonna make me read C. I can't pronounce anything in here.
I know you can
C is-
pronounce C.
C is for Cthulhu, who lies in his palace in. Oh, come on now. Rila a dreaming, one sight of whom would leave most of us gibbering, drooling, and screaming.
And show them the pretty picture.
I can't see the.
Oh, you can't really see it. It's so it's like there's a letter there's a little verse and a picture for each letter of the alphabet, and it's all like Lovecraftian awesomeness.
Mhm.
So I bought one for each of my boys, and then also one for you guys. I think most of you guys know Kelsey, who does the Little Fat Dragons. I got
Mhm.
one for her son too because
Oh,
you know
wow.
she's a Cthulhu freak.
This one happens to have a Magic the Gathering card shoved into it.
Yeah, he gives away little like whatever cards he's collected from wherever as bookmarks when you buy books from him, and so that one has a Magic the Gathering card. This one has.
So what's that card?
Dripping Dead.
Is it a
Zombie.
Peter,
computer?
it's a baseball card.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Brett Merriman.
I have no idea who that is.
I'm so disappointed in you right
I
now.
think he's a Rocky. Oh, I've got another one.
I can't read that.
He's an Oriole.
You can't read.
Pete Stanicek.
Okay, at least I've heard of him. All
Yeah.
right,
That's a recent one.
And
And not because he's an Oriole.
this was one of the things that was a freebie because it was a bonus because I bought so much stuff from him. So he was like,
Hey,
"Here,
so-
take some free shit."
How
That
much money
explains
did you
it all.
spend while you were at Balticon?
I don't want to talk about it. And this was my other one that was a bonus that I can't wait to read because
Jason's
it was
face
really
is
funny.
priceless.
The very
Jason making
slow
face.
time machine.
It's not like he doesn't get the credit card statements. I mean, come on. And also, in my defense, I took a lot of the money that I made at NC Comic Con as my kind of like walking around cash. So a lot of it was money that was ill earned anyway through.
No,
Ah,
yeah,
it's
so
traceable.
you didn't
Yes.
set up a booth or anything at this particular
No, I did not
con.
have a booth at Balticon. I honestly, for me to do a booth by myself, I would need like a year to make stuff. It's
Mhm.
just to be prepped, and then I don't know. Like I feel like it's one of those things that like once I had a booth once, then I would have what was left and only have to make like half as much. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But I would have to get the stock first, and anytime I make something, I give it to someone. So
So what you're saying is you're not a very good business person.
I am a sucktastic business person. I am far, far too nice to be a business person. And then, so I went to the Circlet Press Roundup with Bliss Morgan,
Mhm.
who I think most of you follow too. And I got to listen to her and Nobilis read and Bernie Moises read Naughty Stories. And then I played my ukulele, and Bliss and I sang a version of Somebody That You Used to Know. Only it was somebody that you used to blow. And it was very
The
well
version of it,
received.
all right.
Oh
It
my.
was very well received, and it was a lot of fun. And then Nobilis gave me free Circular Press books for singing naughty songs. So yay.
Now you realize I expect you to go get your ukulele now.
I don't know where it is. Honey, do you know where the ukulele is?
I do not.
I think it's on the porch, actually. I think Smallest Spawn was playing it on the porch recently.
Hmm.
He's been playing it a lot.
All right. So Balticon was a
Balticon
smashing
was
good time.
fantastic. Yes, I had a
Alright.
great time.
I'm glad to
And-
hear that.
Bliss was my roommate. I mean, my roommate was literally Bliss.
And does she realize how blissful the experience was for you?
Yes, she does. She has a picture of me climbing a tree.
I don't
I
think
was a
I'm
little
capable
drunk.
of climbing a tree anymore.
I
She
really
wasn't
wanted to
either,
climb a
but she was
tree.
well
Huh?
into the vodka.
I think it was tequila that night.
Several sheets to the wind by that point. Okay.
And she took a picture of where the sidewalk ends with me in it that I think I needed to put as my Google background because it looks really cool.
So were you looking over the edge of the sidewalk?
No, I was actually doing Warrior 1. Like you do.
Okay. All right. And just as a reminder for those of you who are watching, we do have the Q&A open. You may feel free to use it at your leisure. Jenny is entertaining us on the side by making things during the Hangout, and now we're going to ask Jenny. We're going to call this segment, "Hey Jenny, what you making?"
A mess.
That's what you always say, and it's always something fabulous.
No, I'm trying to like batik or something with bleach pins, a shirt, but I've just essentially messed one of them up because the glue is too runny, and so the words that I put on it are just blurred around now. Can't even tell what it says.
Well, what does it say?
Are you sure you're not just drunk?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be mean, but what the hell is she doing?
Yeah, I think we need
I'm
a little more
crafting.
It looks
information.
cool.
I think she's bedazzling a
Well,
shirt.
that was supposed to say on, and then I was going to write it in glue and then spray some bleach over it, and then when the glue washes out, then the on will be there in a darker color, and
Oh,
then there'll
cool.
be white around it.
All right, sounds
That's
neat.
awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tie-dye the bottom, well, bleach tie-dye the bottoms, so that I can sell them.
Cool.
Yeah, okay.
That sounds
Bleach.
awesome.
Bleach tie-dye, is that the opposite of tie-dye, where you actually use it to remove color?
Tie
Yeah.
bleach.
Yeah. But, so, like, there's all these things that you can do with bleach pins, but I didn't want to buy a bleach pin, so I went to the dollar store and thought that I would just get, like, some type of bleach and then mix it with glue, but that didn't work, because,
You decided to do it the other way around.
well, like,
That made my hair fall out and my nose turn purple.
no, it solidified, so something in the glue cross-linked whatever was in the bleach that I had, and it just
There's
made
that
it
word
jump
again. That's
at the
two.
bottom.
Everyone
And-
drink.
Scientist.
It was gross, so I threw that away very carefully so that it wouldn't, I don't know, bleach the trash can or something.
The
Or
next time the
explode.
boys make something disgusting and I find it 2 weeks later, I'm going to be like, honey, the boys cross-linked something in this cup.
It's like, man, the terminology that I'd be able to get away with if I were a science person.
Well, like, you're supposed to be able to add bleach to gel glue, but I couldn't find any gel glue, and there's no way, if I added bleach to this, it would just be running everywhere. So I mixed up some bleach and a little bleach tablet and some cornstarch, and I thought that would work, but it didn't do much of anything.
Some scientist you are.
I'm just essentially making a mess, but
Isn't that what most crafting is?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you just keep making messes until something turns out, and you're like, "Oh, look what I
I know.
made."
Then I'll be so excited, and then I'll probably, I don't know, burn it with the iron or something.
I do that every time I tie-dye. Make a lot of messes. People buy it anyway.
It's like, tie-dye's supposed to look like that.
Well,
Yeah.
this is going to be for drunk people, so I'm sure they'll buy it anyway.
Awesome, awesome. Where are you selling it?
That is a way to appreciate your audience.
To my drunk running group.
Oh, the
you had
Hampshire?
group?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right. All right. Shall we move on to another topic now that we've finished? Hey, Jenny, what you making?
Do we have another topic?
Well, we have a question from Richard.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Richard. This is not in the form of a question.
Read it like one.
Ah,
Well,
forget it.
Make your
I'm gonna
voice
We're
just
going to have to send
Yeah.
Jenny to his house as punishment and have her do science.
So I'm just gonna try to read it like one,
It's
Oh my
called
God.
Speak. It's like really easy.
like totally. So it says, please, use, the concept of cross-linking in a pickup line without resorting to the obvious meshing of long-chain polymers.
Peter, you're fired.
I got
You shouldn't
nothing.
be
Jenny.
firing me. You should be firing Richard for submitting that.
Hey,
Dare we
baby,
ask us
want
a
to cross
question
link
that-
with me?
Hey, baby, want to cross-link with me? Does that mean, like,
Works for me.
get all sticky and gross?
Just connect.
Oh, that's what I said.
All right.
Dude, be careful where you step. I cross-linked everywhere. Oh wait, that's probably not a come online.
All right. But Martin here is pointing out that every time he watches GxG, he's reminded how much of a really tiny, nearly microscopic geek he is compared to, these are his words, you super geek giants.
I am a giant, as you all well know. Jenny, too.
Oh.
Jenny's also a giant.
Yes, I am gigantic.
Gigantor.
You just can't tell because I have a small computer.
Yes. Also, this is a question, right?
Right.
Right, okay. Gigantor the space age robot is at your command.
Is he making
Gigantor the
fun of us?
space age robot, his power is in your hand.
Very good, Peter.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
There was a great cover of that song on the Saturday morning cartoons.
We have it.
That entire CD is great.
I
That
love
CD
that
is awesome.
album.
I love it when my boys bust out, like, yeah. What is there's one that they love. Oh, they like the Stop the Pigeon by Reverend Horton Heat.
Yes.
Mhm. Oh yeah, it includes
That's
the Johnny
awesome.
Quest theme.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Jenny, were you holding up your hand?
Yes, I have a great idea.
Jenny has a
We
question.
should end every segment with a musical bit.
Y'all don't want me singing.
It doesn't have to be
Get your
singing.
guitar,
Doesn't have to be
You can
singing,
be
Jim.
playing, fool.
I know that you've had some sort of musical background because you were
Or
talking about
dancing.
fat bottom girls and cover songs and stuff earlier today.
Yes. I
So-
don't sing, though.
He
No,
just
but you
makes
can
the rock
play
and
it.
world go round.
Jason sings better the drunker he is.
Jason, how much have you had to drink tonight?
And on that note,
I think he's going to get a
Hey.
drink.
He's getting reinforcements.
oh Christ, I just fell.
I didn't hear a thump. Oh, there's the thump. Now wait,
There you go.
shouldn't I have heard the thump live before I heard the thump over there? Just a minute.
All right. Well, Jenny, since you put forth that suggestion, you are in charge of directing the musical segments.
Okay, ready?
Go for it.
Okay, you see all my arms? No, nobody says it.
Man down, man down.
Okay, you start when I put my arms down.
Come on. It sounds like they need to call paramedics.
Well, I hope that's not actually the case.
So do I, but
Yeah. It's kind of funny to think of.
Damn it, Brady.
That's exactly what people that just had a concussion say. Do you think Katie slipped in his blood?
I hope there's not that much.
For those of you who may have just joined us,
Her shirt's red!
Oh my God, Katie, your shirt's red.
What?
Your shirt.
It's drenched in Jason's blood. What have you done?
It's actually kind of a neon orange.
Shh.
He has neon blood?
Oh my God.
That's cool.
Yes, he does. He broke a bowl.
Oh, Jim, we do have a question directed at you.
Hey.
Yes, Mr.
Yes,
Andrew.
you.
Mr. Andrew Ward has chimed in,
Hi, Andrew.
Andy.
saying, Did Jim just say y'all? He's been in Texas too long. It's starting to rub off on him.
That was pretty good, Peter. You're not fired anymore.
Wow.
So,
Peter's further south than we are.
I can personally verify that Jim actually did say y'all.
Yeah, but y'all's not just a Texas thing. I lived in Georgia before this, and they said y'all there too.
Well,
And I don't say it.
it is a southern thing, though.
And then if you were in Jersey, you would get to hear all y'all if you're on the boardwalk.
I do have to say that all y'all is a very useful phrase.
I've been known to say all y'all.
Yeah, like fuck all y'all.
Fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
You have to get the proper intonation, Peter.
Yeah, well, yes, but I don't want to be too crude. We are a high-class podcast, right?
When did
Right,
that
we
shit
haven't made
start?
a dick joke in like 5 minutes.
Say what?
What?
Maybe you haven't.
Chicken
Oh.
Is Jason okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's in the. He's getting ice, so I assume he's fine.
Is the ice for his head?
I think the ice is to go in a glass.
Okay.
He's got the Kraken.
His
got the
microphone
Kraken.
is his
Unleash
microphone is
the
obviously
Kraken.
turned. His microphone is obviously turned way up because we could hear some of his cursing after he dropped
Yeah, he
and
did that.
did
Oh
whatever.
wait, no, honey, no, you're not mixing them, are you? What are you doing?
Release the Kraken! There's no time!
He just brought the Kraken in and took the tequila.
Oh.
Well, he's not going to work
Are
tomorrow.
you sad?
I know, right?
Well, then again...
We don't have
as-
Jaeger in this house. What are you talking about?
Well, then again, our good friend Jimbo has pointed out that experimentation is the heart of science, so
That's true.
experiment away.
I thought experimentation was the heart of college.
Well, it depends what kind of experimentation you're engaged in. It can be both.
Okay, so
is
do we
it
have
just
another
me, or
question?
does it look like Jenny is working with an arc reactor?
Don't go into the light, Jenny.
There's a light.
Just gotta fix this real quick.
The Frankenstein place.
That was beautiful, man. That was awesome.
Wow, Peter.
Burning in the fireplace.
Okay, I'm done with that one though.
Oof.
Yeah,
What's
you're
the
not
matter?
wearing
Can't you hit the
fishnets,
high
are you?
notes?
Not without some effort.
I thought you were taking voice lessons.
No, actually I'm not. Should I? Am I that bad?
Your homework for next time is to have another voice, Peter.
Jim, do you have a cold?
I'm at the very end of some bronchitis, so yeah.
Ew, bronchitis?
No,
I
actually,
thought he was
believe
from
it.
Philadelphia.
I am.
Excuse me, miss.
Sort of.
Anyway,
Did we have a topic tonight?
well,
I had
we
a
were kinda-
question.
you actually did, and you had started asking me, and then we got.
Oh, I just
Sidetracked.
figured we could, go with our basics, books, movies, music.
Oh
So,
God, is this going to be all about Peter again?
Oh, fuck no.
Peter first, because he's
Glorious.
first on my screen.
Peter Frampton?
Peter Bach.
Well, I don't know who Peter Bach
No,
is because that's not how my last name is pronounced.
How do you
Peter
spell your
Bow.
last name pronounced?
Okay,
Bow.
if I- Bow.
Like Balk, chicken, brown cow.
Wow, that's even better.
Not Buck.
No, not Peter Buck because I'm not a member of REM.
I
Nor
didn't
do
say
I play it
Bach.
on TV.
And not Peter Bach.
No, because I'm not a chicken.
You're
I
telling
may
me
be
I
a
have to
fraidy
actually
cat.
enunciate the diphthong?
Bow.
Oh,
Wow.
so, Peter,
Yes.
what are you reading?
Just so happens, I have Tolkien's translation of Beowulf.
Nice.
Now, I'd like to point out that in true Tolkien fashion, this book is north of 400 pages. The actual translation itself is only about 100 pages. The rest is commentary and appendices.
Tolkienisms.
Yes, pretty much.
Cool.
So it's like everything else he wrote.
Exactly. I've only gotten a little bit into it, and so far, to be honest, I still think I prefer Seamus Caney's, I think that's the name. I think I prefer the other guy's translation that I've got. But this is still very good.
Cool. Jason, what are you reading?
Not the back of a cereal box.
Yeah, not much. I guess the most current thing that I'm reading is the third installment of Hugh Howey's Silo trilogy, Dust. It's a little slow going, honestly. I really liked Wool, the first set of stories. I liked it so much that he released 5 chapters for free, and I went out and immediately bought the entire book at Amazon because I had to find out how things ended. And then the second book or set of stories in the trilogy was good, but not nearly as good as the first one. And then the third is so far somewhat of a letdown. It's not nearly the page turner that the first one was, so I find myself sort of forcing my way through it. It's not bad, it's just not as good as the first, that's all.
I felt like there was a lot of loose end tying up kind of at the end of book 2, beginning of book 3. Like just kind of a little bit of like meshing stories together and whatnot. I think I liked the end of book 3. I think it picked up, if I remember correctly.
I'm hoping. It's like watching a TV series right until the bitter end, right? I'm just riding it down to see where it goes.
Like Heroes, except we gave up on that.
Yeah, well, yeah. I was thinking like Homicide.
Oh, well, yeah. Jenny, what are you reading?
I am reading Neil Gaiman's Sandman
Nice.
and listening to The Hunger Games.
Excellent.
Nice.
Have you read / listened to those before?
No. And I didn't want to go through the trouble of reading them, so I figured I could just listen to it and put forth less effort, but
Right.
still get the gist.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I actually
how
really
bad did
liked
you
it.
think it was going to be?
Well, I thought it was going to be really bad.
I liked it. I thought it was a very well constructed, short,
snob.
tight story. There's nothing wrong with being short and tight.
Right, and I'm... Yes, Katie, we know.
Did you see Jason high-five me?
And I'm just, I don't know, I just, get snobby about stuff like that.
And have you read Sandman before?
No, I haven't. And it takes me a long time because I have to go back and look up who all these people are.
So how are you reading it?
I'm borrowing it from the library.
Oh, so compiled editions. Where are you now?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I am through 5, I think.
Okay.
Maybe 4. But I'm waiting for the next ones to come in because I have to borrow them from another library. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Do you have a favorite so far? A favorite story?
A favorite story? I don't know. I feel like if I have a favorite story, I'm going to sound really dark. The story about the diner was really gross but interesting.
Yes, the 24 hours. That's a good one.
Yeah, I feel bad for liking that, but...
I think that's where it really hit its stride. Another good one, I think, is the collection called The Dollhouse, although I'm not entirely certain, because they sort of blend together. But it's the without giving too much away, it's the Serial Convention.
Yeah, I saw that
the
one.
Serial Convention.
That was pretty cool.
With the Corinthian. That was awesome. It was
Yeah,
very good.
he was pretty awesome.
It gets better as it goes on. There's a lot of callbacks into earlier things. He sets the scenes early, right? It's like Claiming Insanity.
Okay.
He sets the groundwork early for a lot of things that tie up. Not a lot of loose ends at the end of it.
I appreciate that.
Well done. I think probably my favorite standalone story is the Ramadan. I don't know if you've gotten to that one yet. It's set in Baghdad in like 900 AD or right around 1000 AD. It's an awesome story.
No, I don't think I have.
Very well illustrated. It was a standalone, so it wasn't part of any overarching story or anything like that. So I don't know when you'll get to that if you're reading them in order, because I'm not sure how it fits in.
Mm. Yeah, I think the last one that I read was one of the first ones that was a different format than the rest of them. Most of the rest of them tried to tell... It was just kind of random stories put together.
Yep.
That wasn't part of the progression of the whole story, really.
Excellent. Jim, are you reading?
No.
Pretend. What would you be
Yes.
reading if you
No.
knew how to read?
Well, I've been contemplating starting with Game of Thrones. I just haven't committed to it because I know that once I do, I'm not going to be able to stop, and I'm currently feeding a gaming addiction that I'm enjoying. So,
Aren't you always?
Well, I guess our
gaming
next topic is
what
going
are
to
you?
be about
Well,
gaming.
hey, that's an excellent segue. So, what are you playing?
a game called Space Engineers.
Okay.
It's like Minecraft in space, and
Oh, nice.
you build spaceships and reactors, and
Is that like pigs in space?
it's not like
Pigs
pigs
in
in space.
Yes.
No. You know what? I'll have to build a pig ship.
Please
Oh,
do it.
good.
The swine trick is what it's called.
I don't care what it's called.
Oh
I
my
do.
god.
I'll have to build one now.
Excellent.
But that's where my last few nights have just vanished to, is this game and building ships. And just like Minecraft, you start off having to like mine things and refine stuff and build your ores. But I'm currently building like a 40-person spaceship.
Cool.
You need a Reno.
Are you gonna like post screenshots?
You know what? I can do that.
Yes, you should.
Mortis has got a few that he posted somewhere, but I'll grab them and I'll share them.
Yeah, but Mortis sucks at that.
Yeah, Mortis sucks at everything.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
So,
Sorry,
Peter,
Mortis.
are you playing anything?
No, I'm not. But if I can retouch on our last topic for a moment.
You can touch
Wait.
as much as you want to.
Woohoo.
And
Anyway,
he does.
that gets everything all sticky. Anyway,
He cross-linked all over.
Oh,
Cross-linked all over the place.
actually, I was going to point out this actually touches back way on one of our first couple episodes where Jenny had recommended the series Chew.
oh, yes.
Yeah, so I had read the first collected volume, gotten that from the library, and decided I liked that enough that when Comic Book Day came around, free Comic Book Day, and I wandered down to the nearest worthwhile comic book store, I actually picked up the next 4 volumes.
Nice.
So I haven't started on them yet, but I will soon because I bought them, and if I don't read them, I'm going to feel like an idiot for spending that money.
I'm sure they'll be great.
You may have to explain to everyone else what the conceit of the story is.
Oh yeah, the general idea of the story is that you've got this FBI agent who discovers that he can find the history of any given object or thing or person or unidentified goop by eating it.
That's
So as soon
awesome.
as so he puts it in his mouth and he sees like the entire history of what happened to this particular thing, and of course this puts him into situations where, for example, he's got to eat a person or something totally disgusting to solve a mystery or get to the bottom of something in particular.
That's
It's
cool.
really good. I love the art style. It's
Really
very
nice.
bold. It's got a lot of color to it without being cheesy, or as I like to think of it, McCloskey-y.
That's not nice.
Hey.
Hey, what? Anyway,
I feel like
so for those of you who have just heard that, I highly recommend the series Chew by
Honey, do we have Chew?
John Layman is the author. I don't remember who the artist is.
Rob Guillory.
Oh, is that Rob? That might be Rob G. If you like his art, you might want to check out. Well, maybe not, but it's still a good story. You might want to check out something called Teenagers from Mars.
Teenagers from Mars?
Yes.
Okay.
not
Okay.
John Carpenter.
No, not John Carpenter.
not Karen Carpenter?
Fuck you, and fuck you. Fuck all of y'all.
And that's for our hardcore fans.
If you don't understand the joke,
Wait, wait.
Frequent watchers.
Is it related to biker mice from Mars?
No.
Ah.
No, it's these teenagers. It's this sort of slice of life story that's set in Georgia or Alabama. I can't remember. A southern state.
Well, that's like
in
another
the-
world anyway. So.
Yes, in the town of Mars.
No.
And the teenagers are rebelling. It's a good story and it's good art. I think Rob G is the artist, and I think he's probably the same artist as the one that did Chew, but I'm not 100% certain.
Well, you have a PC right at your fingertips. It would be very easy for you to find
he would
it.
have to put his drink down.
And we've already discussed that he has a laptop and doesn't know how to make his window smaller.
And I've told you guys about, I know I've mentioned Saga before by Brian K. Vaughan, the guy who did Why the Last Man,
Mhm.
right?
which is a really good series too.
Yes.
It is.
The artist from Saga is going to be at NC Comic Con this year. I am so there. I don't think I'm going to have a table, though, but I'm super excited about just going, and maybe I'll dress up.
What will you dress up as?
That's an excellent question. I've got until November to figure it out, which means I'll start on my costume like October 30th.
Maybe you should dress up like Yorick from Y the Last Man. See how many people get it.
I know an excellent costume maker.
I know you do.
I think it's a little more than just knowing.
Oh, it might be
In
biblical.
the biblical
Yeah.
sense.
By the way, say hello to Romy for us.
Hi, Romy.
She's actually downstairs right now working on a commission for a client.
Oh, what's she making? What's she making? What's she making?
Fancy.
I think
T-shirts
it
for
was-
drunks?
No, not T-shirts for drunks, Jenny.
She's
It's,
a little more highbrow.
Is it
than that.
it Marjorie Tyrell's wedding dress?
She makes
That's one that
clothes
she's-
for drunks.
she's working on that one. She's also just signed another commission for. It's a pink one. Fuck.
A
Of
pink
course I
one.
can't.
Thank you.
Well, no,
Good.
from Game of
Wow,
Thrones.
I know
Of course
now.
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
obviously it's pink.
Of course
It's from Game of
I've
Thrones?
forgotten who's. Yeah.
Is it Sansa?
Shit, I forgot.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jim's thinking face that you're observing at this moment.
What we're playing is a game of Stump the Gym.
Well, she's also lining up one for a Shay dress as well from that from Game of Thrones. So
Nice.
I've forgotten the one that she just signed. I'm gonna get my ass handed to me too
Yeah.
for forgetting that.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
You should totally be ashamed.
I
By the way,
couldn't even think of any pink dresses that were in that show.
I was just saying Sansa because she seems like the type who would wear pink. I don't remember one specifically.
Not like the black dress that she wore.
By the way, I would like to point out, and this is just me because I'm pointing this out, that I have made Martin's day.
You have?
I have. He said.
Fantastic.
Did you send him that picture, Peter? Is that what it was? You did.
No.
The Peter picture?
He's like, dude, biker mice from Mars. It's been so long since I've heard that name. Thank you, Peter, for the sudden rush of happy childhood memories. Oh, and the question?
We love to bring the Gen X cred. That's what we're all
Totally.
about. That's what the X and GxG is for, right?
Yeah. I mean, we wouldn't be
Sure.
proper geeks if we weren't from the generation.
Right.
I am all about credibility, let me tell you.
Me too.
Yeah, totally cred.
It's important to be a legitimate geek and
Because
not just...
nobody would watch this if we weren't completely geeky. They would just be like, I'm not listening to those losers.
La 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 la
Because we're
la.
all just we wouldn't be here if we were just poser geeks.
Yeah, and I love geek bashing.
I'm not a geek, but I play one on GxG.
I can believe it.
Good. All right, who were we on and what were we talking about?
We
Comic
were about
books?
to get to you as far as what you were reading.
What am I reading? I am reading Brandon Sanderson's first book in his Mistborn trilogy because Brandon Sanderson was the guest of honor at Balticon, and I always feel like an asshole when I go to a con and I don't know who the guest of honor is.
And you call yourself a geek.
I know. Okay, so I've probably had this conversation with you guys before. So there's fandom, as in I am a fan of this genre, and I have read many things in this genre. And then there's fandom, as in I go to cons.
And you're bleeding over into the
they're
second.
completely different. They're completely different. Like you can, I mean, like I started reading my dad's science fiction when I was like, I don't know, 12, 13. And you know, obviously have read a few books since then. But like compared to these people, like I don't know the people I'm supposed to know that the people at cons know.
Oh, so
like
you're
I
not-
actually had
you're
an
not
experience.
a real geek.
Seriously, I was at Worldcon and somebody said a name and I was like, oh, who's that? And they said, oh, don't let anybody hear you say who's that.
Yeah, but you can't know everybody about everything. You can have
apparently
specific
the people who
things
go to
that
the
you...
con- Well,
I
and
bet you
part
could
of it
send
is that, like, depending on which
people
con
like
you go to,
They may be
there
more
are people
hardcore
that
than
always
others.
go to that con, you know, who have books that had, you know, respectable circulation, but they're not Larry Niven or Robert Heinlein or, you know,
Or
fucking
Kilgore
Hunger
Trout.
Games. What?
Or Kilgore Trout.
Kilgore Trout. Yes, thank you, Peter. So I didn't know who Brandon Sanderson was, so I'm reading Mistborn. It's good. I'm enjoying it. I kind of an interesting thing because I think we've talked before about Orson Scott Card and whether or not did we talk about this? Whether or not we were going to boycott Ender's Game because he's a
The
douchebag.
question is if we shouldn't watch it because he personally is an asshole.
Right. And I kind of come down on the side of I wouldn't want someone to not read my shit because I'm an atheist, so why would I boycott someone because they're a Mormon? And so an interesting thing happened. Apparently, Brandon Sanderson is a Mormon. And I just happened to read his bio right before I went to a panel that he was on, and he was specifically citing Orson Scott Card's How to Write Science Fiction and Fantasy, which is a fantastic book, by the way. But I just found it interesting that he's kind of like not so subtly saying, hey, fuck you guys, I still support Orson Scott Card to the community. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was interesting.
Okay.
And I liked Ender's Game. I thought it was very representative of the story that I remember reading as a punk-ass teenager. And Orson Scott Card for a long time was one of my favorite sci-fi writers, so, I mean, I can't, like, why would I boycott him now? I've already read like 90% of his catalog. What good would it do, you know?
Well,
So
they were really interesting. I mean, I didn't watch the movie yet because I just haven't seen it anywhere, so it hasn't, come up to watch it. But I really liked the book. And then several others that I read after that until it started getting super crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the exact opposite. I had heard of the story, but I had never read the story, and so we watched the movie, and I found it, right, visually was interesting, but from a story perspective was not particularly engaging. It got done. I'm like, really? This is the thing that the fanboys fawn over? So I'm hoping that the book is better than the movie. I didn't think the movie was bad, but I didn't think it certainly didn't live up to the hype that I'd heard people talk about for Ender's Game.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't quite know, why that is. It may be because when the book was released, it was, I don't even know, 30 years ago, I think 1984 or something like that. And so a lot of the conflicts and the storylines in the movie sort of become trope for science fiction, but perhaps 30 years ago, these were original storylines. And the reason why they seem so mundane now is because everyone else has done them and over and over and over.
It's
Well,
the Star Wars
it's kind of
problem.
it's also the Citizen Kane problem. People
Well, I didn't read
Citizen
it.
Kane,
I didn't
watching
read
it.
it until, like, gosh, I don't even remember. Like, 8, 9 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And I
Wow.
really liked it when I read it.
Well, I figured he's got enough money already, so I bought the book on Amazon when it was on sale for, I don't even know, $2.99 or something like that. So I've subsumed my
I
moral
actually-
principles just for a good read.
If I can remember correctly, I think I actually like Speaker for the Dead better than I liked Ender's Game.
But I specifically remember thinking when I
agree
read
with
it,
that.
there's no way they can make this into a movie.
Really?
Yes.
See, I liked the movie. I felt like, and granted, I did not reread the book before I saw the movie, which I usually do when I see a movie from a book that I love. I usually reread the book first. But I felt like a lot of the salient points came across as they should, and like it gave me the same emotional response that reading the book did, even if it didn't necessarily take the same path to do so.
Well, I don't really like, and I've known this about myself in the past, I don't like watching the movie and then reading the book, which I'm kind of having that trouble with The Hunger Games because I watched the movie and now I'm reading the book and I know everything that's going to happen and I'm just like,
Well,
frustrated with the characters because they're being so stupid, and I don't know if maybe I would not see through them as much as I can right now because I've watched the movie already.
Yeah, but do you know how closely the movie and the books actually align?
I mean, it seems like it's pretty close. They left some stuff out, but
Mm-hmm.
the important parts are still in there.
Okay.
Good. Ender's Game.
All right. And by the way, Mr. Andrew Roy, who has not framed this in the form of a question, says, interestingly enough, or not, I'm on my first read-through of Ender's Game right now.
So don't spoil it, you guys.
Yeah, so
No
totally
spoilers.
don't spoil it.
Andrew,
because
have you seen the movie? Please
Yes.
comment.
Yes.
Isn't there a statute of limitations on spoilers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
There
after-
has to be.
you guys saw the Nathan Fillion Twitter thing, right?
No.
No.
So Nathan Fillion said something that was a spoiler for like Firefly, I think it was. Maybe it was the Serenity movie. Maybe it was the big thing in the movie. And somebody was like, "Oh my God, spoilers!" And he's like, "I'm sorry, it was 20 years ago. If you haven't seen it."
I was listening to a podcast called How to Do Everything, and they had Vince Gillen. I think that's his name, the guy that did Breaking Bad.
Okay.
They had a
Gilligan.
question.
Vince Gilligan.
Gilligan. Yes, that's what it is.
Wait,
Gilligan.
was he on Gilligan's Island?
I should know because they call it Gilligan's Rule. And they asked him, how long after something's aired are you allowed to, have spoilers? I mean, how long do you have to wait to not talk about it in front of people? And he
Well,
said
like-
2 weeks.
Well, if you're talking about the Bible, it's like, spoiler alert, resurrection.
So
I hope they don't
was-
bring him back. It's always crap when they do that in stories.
I was reading a thing the other day that was talking about how broadcast for our kids is going to be like a concept they don't even understand. And that's certainly something that we've seen with our kids. And Jim, I'm betting your kids are the same way, where you say, you can't watch that because it's not on right now. And
Oh,
they're
yeah,
like,
my niece and nephew
Oh.
don't even know the meaning
what do
of
you mean
that.
not on right
What do
now?
you mean not?
Get the Netflix.
We
Get the
go over
Amazon.
there, you click a
That's it.
button, it plays.
Right, so they were talking about this concept, which is basically, what you're saying with spoilers is if it has aired, as in it has become available, it doesn't. Things are not going to have an air date at some point, is what they're saying. They're going to have basically a release date, like an album. It's going to be okay. You can now download this from Netflix or from Amazon Prime, or you can buy it from the Apple iTunes.
But
or
would it
whatever.
still be episodic, like on television, or would it be like they release House of Cards or Orange is the
That's
New
a good
Black?
question.
where they do
Orange-
everything at
Have
the
you
same
watched
time?
Orange is the New Black?
I haven't seen. Is the second season out yet?
The second season is supposed to start soon, I think. Actually,
Okay, I watched the first season, and I can't wait for the second season.
I totally
Well, I'll bet.
binge watched the first season.
I did
Just-
too.
One of our intrepid viewers will be along to tell us that when Orange is the New Black will.
I know it's
have
soon
their
because
I think it's
season
soon.
available.
Yes.
they
I
have
love
been
Kate
advertising.
Mulgrew as the Russian chef,
Oh yes, that's fantastic.
and I love what's her name, Donna. I never knew she was so tall. Whatever, she's fabulous. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
care.
she's really
so-
tall in that show.
What's the name of the actress of Donna from that '70s show?
I don't remember.
I never saw that 70s
Oh
show.
my
so I can't
goodness.
tell you.
The
Laura
famous
Prepon.
red woman asshat.
Laura
For
Prepon.
all of you.
Exactly.
Yeah, prep on.
Prepon?
All right, and Katie, in response to your exhortations, Andrew has
Nice.
indicated that spoilers will not ruin his enjoyment of the book, but no, he hasn't seen the movie yet, and he's waiting until it shows up on Netflix.
Cool.
No, this is not in the form of a question. Fight the power.
Fight.
I'm
the
waiting
power.
for it to show up on
Power.
Netflix
He is the
too.
fucking power.
Way to go, brother!
That's right. Wait a
like-
minute, Andrew.
Andrew,
You can't
like,
say
you can't-
fight the power, man.
He is the power.
Come on.
And I'm
We'll go better
sick
than that.
of being put down by myself.
See, this is what happens when you put yourself out there, Andrew. I'm sorry.
So are we segueing into what we're watching now?
Yes.
We might as well. Go ahead.
Oh, we are?
Okay, I'm going to say Jason needs to start.
What?
What?
What are you watching,
What are you
Jason?
watching?
Jason, what's
You're
on your
watching my
watch
ad. What am I watching?
Well, I'm watching your
I'm
face.
sadly the most current thing I'm watching is Pokemon Black and White, but that might just be because I'm a parent, not because I want to watch it.
Wait a minute. They got through all of the colors, so now they're on black and white?
Well, Black and White is actually so that to Katie's point earlier about when things air. Black and White is a couple of years old at this point, but it's just shown up on Netflix. The latest show is Pokemon X and Y, which I can't quite figure out honestly
Wait,
where the
is-
name
is this
coming
like,
from.
It's a
Because they
chromosome.
ran out of things to name it.
Okay, so you know how Magic the Gathering, you know how they have expansion packs? And
Yeah.
they're, or like even like an MMO, they come out with new content, it's got a new name, right?
No, this is fascinating to me. Explain it.
Shut up, Jim.
This happens?
Nobody's talking to you.
Oh,
Well, they
Games
ran
with
out of
expansion
jewels
content?
and medals.
Jim doesn't know anything about games. Nothing.
Jim doesn't
No,
know
nothing
anything
at all.
about anything.
Pokemon, the black and white and the
Especially
XY and
RPGs.
stuff are all different expansion versions. But
Okay.
they,
I found
of
it
course-
easier to understand when it was Power Rangers, quite frankly.
We don't know
But
if
if we
you know this, Jim, but Pokemon is a game.
yes, I have my own deck.
It's
both
a
on
CCG,
cards
and CCG
on...
stands for collectible card game. Do you have a WoW collectible card game deck?
And they also have video versions.
What's WoW?
Wow!
Wow, I play cards.
Oh
like
my
that.
god!
Ew, my God.
Oh,
Becky, look
Are
at
we,
us.
another voice.
we're talking about what we're watching. Jason is
Yes.
watching Pokemon.
Jason's watching Pokemon.
Are you moderating now, Peter?
I
moderated,
guess
like-
I am now.
80% of this damn podcast. It's your turn. I gotta pee.
Kate
However,
moderating now.
subtly.
Jenny, tell us about your current viewing.
I don't understand the question.
What are you
What
watching?
are you
lately?
watching?
I'm
the
watching you
TV.
guys.
Oh, what's your current television viewing status?
I'm just watching Game of Thrones as it comes out, and I'm not really spending much time other than that watching television at all.
How about movies?
Nope, I haven't seen a movie in I don't know how long.
Wow.
Advertisements?
Nope, I skipped through those. I watched a bunch of Jeopardy last night.
There you go. You've been watching Jeopardy lately.
Binge watching Jeopardy. Awesome.
Yeah.
Now here's the next question. Do you have a generic answer for Final Jeopardy? I think everybody should have a generic answer for Final Jeopardy.
Really? So
The kind of
mine would
answer that you
be,
just say, I don't know anything about this
what
subject.
is
so-"
42, obviously.
Oh, yeah. See, I inherited my generic answer from my mother. Her generic answer is
No, that's a
Jimmy Carter.
genetic answer.
No, I know.
He's
I
too
realize
old to be on Jeopardy?
No, my generic answer for
It's
for
generic.
Jeopardy is Jimmy Carter. So
Did we have
whenever
a
I
politics
come
while
across a
we
Final
were
Jeopardy,
No.
what's that? I missed something. What was the question?
I don't know. What question?
Whatever it was you were just asking.
Yes.
37.
In a
42.
row?
Yeah, Jim.
Wait,
I'm 38.
38?
Jim.
I'm not 38.
What have you been watching?
I'm gonna be 38 in like 2 weeks.
Happy birthday. Almost.
Thanks. Are you gonna send me fruitcake?
The fruitcake is not yet made.
It
That's
needs
why I didn't get any on my birthday?
It needs 6 months to ferment.
Yeah, pretty
You
much.
should come see me on my birthday and help Jason make the tie-dye cake he's making me.
Oh shit. Yes, you should.
When is your
this
birthday?
Surprise!
Is this a difficult
Dude, it's
cake
in
to
the
make?
cabinet. It's not that hard. It has
I was going to
instructions.
make you a glass of beer. I'm
Is
sorry.
it a duff cake?
It is a Duff cake. You know I went to college with Duff, right? He's fabulous.
So,
He really
when is
is
your
that
birthday?
often. June 20th.
June 20th.
I was born on Father's Day.
Oh,
Happy
what a
Father's
lovely
Day.
little
Here's another
present you
mouth to
were.
feed.
I was a bit. No, well, I was the first mouth to
Shit.
feed. So.
Okay, here's a mouth to feed. There you go.
Another
So anyway,
one.
We're going to continue on with the
Oh, no,
topic
the
we
first
had been continuing on with, and we are going to continue on with Mr. Jim McCloskey of the Clan McCloskey.
I'm not Irish.
I don't care.
Okay. So, what am I watching? Of course I'm watching Game of Thrones, but the new discovery that I've been watching and enjoying is Penny Dreadful on Showtime. It's
I
kind
have
of like
heard of it, but I don't know anything about it.
it's kind of like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, except it's not the same like lineup. We've got Dr. Frankenstein and Dorian Gray, oddly enough, shows up in it again. And
Is
for
there
the
a portrait
Doctor,
of Dorian Gray anywhere?
well, I'm only on the second episode, and they just aired the fourth one, so I don't think we've seen his portrait yet.
Okay.
I wouldn't
But
be
I'm pretty
surprised
sure
if
it's
it
there.
does
or
show
it
up.
wouldn't be there.
But it's a bunch of Victorian era horror, and Timothy Dalton is in it, and he's chewing up the scenery like he always does. And Billie Piper is in it. She's doing a really horrible Irish accent that she drops and then picks back up and then drops
love
and then picks
it.
back up.
I love
Oh,
it.
God.
Fabulous.
But yeah, I'm only on the
It's
second
almost as if
episode, and
she doesn't know that there's someplace nearby where she's from that she can go to learn an Irish accent.
Jim, did you see the thing about Gallifrey being in Ireland?
no.
So somebody put together scenes from, it was the Fourth Doctor, 10, and I can't remember who the other, might have been like 1 or 2, might have been Harnell. And apparently, there's the Doctor is in England and he's checking into a hospital, or he's in some way having to identify himself to the authorities, and so the authority in question will ask his companion, and in the case of 10, it was, I don't remember who it was. Anyway, the authority asks his companion, where's the Doctor from? And she says Gallifrey, and the person says, is that in Ireland? And in all 3 of these like little clips, the companion says, yeah, probably.
Nice.
I happen to know that it's like all around me.
Gallifrey?
Yes.
Or Ireland? I thought
Gallifrey.
you were in Texas.
Purple.
Sweet.
That's the name of my wireless network.
Oh, nice! I like it.
And all of my devices that are connected to it are named after antagonists in the universe.
So, like Daleks and
Or
Cybermen.
are you talking about proper pronouns?
Well, one of my computers was the Ood.
I love the Ood.
And this one's the Star Whale.
Whales.
I love the Star Wars. That was such a good, sad, heart-wrenching story. That was such a...
Oh, yeah.
Fuck
That was
Moffat,
the
man.
second one I ever saw.
Oh.
I want Davies back. Moffat's a douche.
I don't know why everybody makes it sound like he's worse than...
Peter, did you just belch?
No, I didn't.
It wasn't me this time, I swear to
It
God.
really sounded like it.
No, it wasn't me. I would own it. You know I would.
No, it sounded like Peter belched.
It did.
Honestly, I didn't.
Maybe that's his last name, Belch. Peter Belch.
Peter belch.
It wouldn't be
It's poteen.
the first time that somebody said that. I've had so many...
Wait, that's how you say that?
No.
That's not how I say it.
That's not how you say anything. You're in Texas.
No, Jim's calling it poteen.
I thought it was Jason, how do you say it?
Poutine?
Poutine.
Poutine.
You guys know that I don't pronounce anything correctly.
That's for sure.
He's from Pennsylvania.
I didn't know that, Jam.
Jam.
Please tell me more.
Tell me more, was it love is
I love it when Journey
Tell me
makes fun.
tell me more, did she put up a fight?
Wow, okay, first of all, that was poorly timed. Peter, you were way off.
Well,
No,
that's
we'll
because
see
there's
lag.
some lag here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
like
really
really
need to
hard.
record these things and send them to each other so that we can then lay over our tracks in a way that makes actual sense.
Actually, I
Let's
was
get Tom to
thinking
do
that,
it.
that's
Actual
cool.
sense as opposed to fake sense?
Right.
I would much rather make fake sense.
Faux sense.
Faux
Wait,
sense.
no, I'm sorry, but
Is that what
the,
it
but
gets?
the
I like
treasury
real
will-
sense.
I
Dollars
thought
and
faux,
cents for
I
you
thought
and your
faux sense was the
family.
suppository to make your fart.
No, Jason, if you make faux
That's
sense,
faux
then
free.
the treasury will come after you.
Great, that's why I'm more. I'm sorry, Peter. You were trying to be serious, and
No, I was trying to say that if you made faux sense, the treasury will be after you.
nice.
Yes. So we just whatever it was we were talking
Way to
about.
kill the conversation, Peter.
Yeah,
What
Yeah,
were we
Peter,
talking
good
about?
job.
I have no idea.
Take this as a note. Treasury jokes.
Okay, Katie, what are you watching lately?
So I watched this little known fantasy
Camera was
show
on you, Jason.
that you've what? I missed something. I'm a little
I must
disturbed.
have too. Never mind. Alright, go ahead. Little known fantasy show.
Called Game of Thrones. That's what I've been mostly watching lately.
We must be the only ones watching that, because I swear to God, no one
I
talks
know.
about it.
I've never
I
heard
know.
of it.
Anybody-
you never see anybody like
or anything
tweeting
about
about
it.
it
Or writing
Yeah.
blogs about it or anything, and then you go to look it up after you watch the grossest thing you've ever seen in your life just to see if anybody else thought it was the
That's
grossest
not
thing
the
they've ever
grossest
seen
thing
in their
you've
life.
Oh
ever
my
seen,
God.
Jamie.
That's the grossest thing I've ever seen.
Have
The guy-
kids.
Well,
You
you've
guys-
never had dysentery, then, have you?
The
Well,
guy
yeah,
who
the-
drew my avatar, my current avatar, Charlie Dowd, posted a picture of someone, you know, this, I'm squishing your head, doing that
No, it's the
to
kids in the hall.
a
Yes.
relative,
Oh, yeah, they
a
do
relevant
that.
character
I'm blocking.
from Game of
blocking.
Thrones. I was like, dude, that is not fucking okay.
Oh, man, I wish I
Spoiler,
had support.
Relive that.
Oh, god damn it. It's not been 2 weeks. You can't spoiler it.
I didn't spoiler it. I didn't say the name of the character. I didn't specifically say what happened.
You
For
said
that
head
particular
touch.
show,
maybe-
I
whoa,
have
whoa.
no.
I don't.
I'm such a snob that I have no sympathy, and I think you should just read the damn book.
Maybe now is an interesting digression.
Does that
What
mean-
exactly defines a spoiler?
I can't hear you. You're in jail.
It's giving
What?
away a plot point.
I love you, Jenny.
Yes, a spoiler is giving away a plot point.
Get used
Right,
to
and I
those
didn't
bars,
say
buddy.
Why are you saying
Anyhow.
that?
Very nice, Jason.
Do we not know?
Good reference. High five.
I don't like either one of you very much.
Wait a minute, either one referring to which four other people?
The ones
Obviously
who are
not me.
high-fiving each other.
Me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, have I killed the conversation?
Yes,
No,
We
you
need to- we
still-
need to-
thank you.
Jenny held up the crochet needles, whatever they were. Says that you're in jail, and I
They're
said,
pretty
get used to
precious.
those. Get used to those bars, buddy.
Oh,
And I
Nice.
picked up on it. And
it's actually get used to those bars, kid.
Whatever.
Eh,
Anyway, so spoilers. Peter says it's giving away any plot point.
I
In
think
which
it's only
case,
me.
actually, I didn't actually say any. I just said a.
okay, fair enough. In which case, Katie was spoiling because she gave away a plot point. Now,
What
her
plot point did I give away?
her-
Wait,
Wait a second.
her
Wait,
suggestion
wait,
is that it
wait,
wasn't
wait, wait,
specific.
wait.
Whoa, whoa,
Wait.
let me finish. Let me get the damn point out.
can I just
Here's
wanted
the
to
point
spoil
right
it
here.
for our audience
And it needs to
first,
get-
in case you're about to spoil.
Nice.
For the record, that was not me.
No, it says who it is.
And Jay, you'll actually have to unmute yourself. I can't do it. Sorry.
Go unmute yourself.
Unmute this, bitch. I'm rich, Pia. Oh, wrong hangout. I'm sorry.
You are unmuted now. I hope
What,
you
you're talking to other people?
You guys, I
Okay,
can't
I
mute
want
him.
you to
He's
say
like
something.
10
I
feet
can say
away.
what I was going to say, and then
Can somebody give me the
say
mute
what he was
button
gonna say.
for real life?
Anyway, I'm sorry. Before I was rudely interrupted, please continue.
Thank you, Jim.
I'm sorry, I broke your concentration. You were saying?
You were saying?
They speak English in what?
I don't even know what we were talking about all of a sudden.
I can.
Spoilers,
I
Peter.
can yes, exactly.
Spoilers.
Spoilers, Speedy.
Somebody
Spoilers,
was doing a
sweetie.
shit job of moderating. That's all I'm going to say.
That dude over there.
I'll say it was me. I'd like to point out that Andrew Ward has called this
Wait,
out as
which
a nerd
fucking
vote.
side is he on? I'm confused.
Everybody's
he's on that side of me.
No, he's over there.
Okay, I'm just going to let you know for purposes of identification later, I have left to right Jason, Jenny, Jim, Katie, and then myself.
See,
That's not what I've got.
that's interesting. I have the same, except I have you first, Peter, but then I have Jason, Jenny, Jim, myself.
Wow.
I've got Peter, Jenny, Jim, Katie, and myself.
I've got
Peter, Jason, Jim, Katie, me.
So-
John, Paul, Ringo.
George, and
Optimus
McCloskey.
Prime,
What about
And there's
what about
Kelly.
Pete Best? Where's
Snake
Pete
Guys,
Best?
Storm Shadow.
Best.
And
Poor Pete
Gerb.
Best.
E. Okay, anyway, if the spoilers are giving away
Spoilers,
the
yes.
plot point, then that would be like, you could just say that a summary would be a spoiler.
Well, it
Wow.
would be if you gave away any of the major plot points that spoil the story. Do you know what that is?
Let's
I thought somebody
define
said it was
major and
any,
minor.
it looks
That
like a
looks like a
blurry
Lego butt.
pile of pills.
The Lego S.
Yes.
Oh, do you have a Lego S? Is that Jar Jar's Lego S?
No.
Lego, my Lego,
And this
Lego
should,
Less.
this should just tell you guys that we literally have
Some
Lego
random-
all over the
some
house.
I
random
just have a
henchman.
regular S.
No matter where you are, there is Lego in this house.
Wherever you go,
You
there
roll
you
over in bed and
are.
something kicks you in the side, and you're like, fuck, Lego.
Oh no!
They
I've
really
tried, but the
especially
walls are too
engineer
small.
those things to cause the
nice.
most possible pain when you step on them.
Maybe.
I dripped some bleach on my leggings.
I hope they're not dark.
Are you wearing them with or without a skirt over them?
They're very dark.
Oh my god, you're fabulous.
Without a skirt? Why would I wear them with a skirt?
Did you not read? I posted a thing today about leggings and judgmental people and women judging each
Oh
other.
my god, is she
and-
wearing leggings?
Oh, well, luckily my shirt covers my bum.
I have yet to meet a shirt that covers my bum.
I didn't think you lived with your boyfriend.
Hi,
Ass.
Jamie.
Wow.
Nice
This
job.
is going downhill quick.
Yes.
No,
Boy,
but I will.
that
Jamie
escalated
is coming to
quickly.
visit me this weekend.
Yay!
Yay!
Tell him to stop winning in our fantasy baseball league. Thank you.
Is he kicking your ass?
Yes.
Oh, look, I have the Bane face.
Oh my goodness, he was telling me, oh, I can't hang out. I have a draft.
I have to play a pretend game instead.
Well,
Isn't that what we're doing right now? I'm sorry.
No, I'm
No,
not
we're
playing
having
a
conversations
pretend
with humans.
I'm doing this obviously
That's
wrong
bullshit.
then. It's like our dance.
game. You are fabulous, honey. Guys,
That's
remind me to send you the link to our tango.
It's supposed to be sexy. I was doing it funny. I'm sorry.
I was doing it funny
I
also.
don't know
Some
who
people
any of you
think
are
sexy
anymore.
is funny.
Apparently, when we're
Not
sexy,
normal people, but
when we're funny, we're sexy. Or something. Funny is sexy. Smile is sexy.
If I were able to properly imitate Rod Stewart's voice, I'd be singing a song here right now.
Go for
just
it,
do
Peter.
it.
Go, Peter, go.
Come on.
I said
Go,
if.
Peter.
Don't
Go,
be a bitch.
Peter.
Come on.
Go, Peter.
Don't be a... Hmm.
All right, let's do the wave. We've established the order left to right, right? We can do this.
Sing, please.
I don't do well under pressure.
Sing a song.
I'm still trying to figure out the left to right order, but you know what the hell.
It's different for
I don't know
everyone.
either.
If you hold your hand up and it makes an L, that's your left hand.
Oh man, what does an L look like? Oh, it's right there on the screen by your name.
You guys know I can't read.
But my name is backwards on my screen, so now I'm really confused. Because
I don't
now I'm
know
making it
my
go the
name.
same way,
You
but I'm
can-
using my right hand.
You can make it. You can make a checkbox, and your name will flip around and be less confusing.
Really?
Person who was trying to show me
Yeah.
how to use lower third, like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Ooh, nerd
Oh,
fight.
It's getting mean in here.
Katie doesn't like to be told what to do.
not just a nerd fight, but a domestic bliss fight.
No one tells baby what to do.
What, Bliss is there?
No, Bliss isn't
Oh,
here,
nice.
sadly. Bliss is awesome, though, you guys. Seriously, like, you know how I can drop references just, like, all over the fucking place. She was right with me on every single one of them. It
Well,
was
then
awesome.
maybe you ought to invite Bliss to one of these.
I should. We should have.
Yeah, you should.
Oh, good lord.
Give her a
guest
guess.
next week.
We'll have a famous person.
What, next week? I can't do it next week.
Okay,
Wait, no, not next week. I can do it next week, but I can't do it week after next because I'll be in Baltimore.
Whenever you're gonna be in Baltimore, I want to come see you.
Really?
When are you gonna be in Baltimore?
I'm going to be in Baltimore Sunday
What's
through
new in Baltimore?
Thursday.
Why, Jenny?
for a conference.
Wait,
Oh.
on my birthday?
No, because your birthday's on Friday, right?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
I know my
Wow.
birthday's on Saturday. Wait, it was on a Saturday. But I do that before then.
I'd just like to point out that Martin has declared our attempted at wave the best period wave period ever.
You know, we may not
Exclamation
have very
point.
many fans, but we
Wait.
have the best fans.
I don't understand. You mean fan?
We don't have many fans.
What
but
order
we have
does
the
he
best
see us
fans.
in?
That is a good question.
That's an excellent question. Martin, what order do you see us in?
Yeah,
I ask great questions.
That is both ontological as well as epistemological.
No, I'm there the 15th through the 19th, and I fly back the 19th.
Honey, I might need to go to Baltimore.
Hmm.
And
and
see
then you
Jenny.
could ask what's new in Baltimore.
Bring me
Jenny's
back some
cool.
crabs.
It'll be fun.
Which kind of crabs? Jenny, do you have crabs?
No.
Oh.
No, they're crawfish down here. We don't do
Oh.
crabs.
He likes crawfish too.
Yes.
He spent
Crawdads,
his formative
Bring
years
yours
in
back.
New Orleans, y'all.
Nolan.
crayfish.
I was in Narlands last month and I
Wait a minute,
had
did you just say
no
Narlands?
crawfish.
She totally did.
She totally said Narlands.
Narlands, and I had no
Narwhal.
crawfish.
It's like, that's gnarly.
My family is a quarter
Cowabunga.
from Louisiana. I didn't say Louisiana, I said Louisiana.
Okay.
And
They didn't hear the difference. I didn't.
there's a difference. But yeah, a quarter from there, a quarter from Oklahoma, and then the rest are just bastards coming over from the UK, invading our territory.
Jenny, don't ever change.
Yes.
Really? I have to wear these stupid bleached leggings forever?
Yes.
Stupid. Bleach.
That's not going to go over well at work.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. They're just going to have to live with it.
I have a dress code here.
You can
do?
totally science while in leggings. All right, now that I've aborted the conversation again.
Yeah.
What did you do, Ray?
He crossed the
Alright.
streams.
By the way, Andrew has reported back here. He's I see from L-R.
Thank you for not interpreting that for us.
Katie, Jim,
What? What?
Jenny, Jason, Peter.
That's fucked
Oh,
up.
I was reading Martin's.
Why is they
Oh,
got Martin with a completely different order?
Yeah, Martin's got a different one. He says Peter, Jason, Jenny, Jim, Katie.
So does that depend on when they started watching it?
My head hurts.
Do not question the almighty Google.
I never will.
We should write into Google and ask him.
We should. That's a
Why
fucking
is this like
important
this?
question.
I'm sure they're watching this because they're curious about our popularity and
Right.
No,
Dear
Google isn't
Google.
watching it, but the
Bug
NSA is.
number
They could
one.
probably answer the question.
Dear Google, us and our 3 fans would like to know.
I would like to point out that we currently have 4 viewers.
Oh,
I
I
think-
thought we only had 2.
All right,
fans
who's
because
not
Jason
talking?
Joined us.
I
All
think
right.
a better question is, Dear Kraken Rum, have you noticed how many times we've mentioned
Wait,
you?
wait,
Could you
wait.
please
Did
send
you
us
say-
each a comp bottle?
Wait. Did you say Kraken rum or did you say crack and rum?
Kraken
Kraken Rum!
in the fabulous bottle with the cute Kraken and the
That's
2
what I
little
call breakfast.
things so that you don't drop it because it's got handles
Some
on.
product placement right here.
Thank you,
Kraken rum.
Lusky.
Say thank you. Rum of choice.
Mova.
I just have stupid beer
Stupid beer. I have
from
good
a
beer.
stupid local stupid brewery.
Sound like
Jason-
Homer Simpson. Stupid.
Jason
beer.
brewed raspberry tart ale. Oh.
Okay,
That
so what
was
kind of
him.
beer is that, Jenny?
Yeah, you'll have to talk so that we see your picture.
It's a St. Arnold Bock from St. Arnold Brewery in Houston. It's not
Nice.
that great, but it's good.
So
It's
who's
pretty
St.
good.
Arnold? And what is it the saint of?
He's from Happy Days. Has the diner.
And please,
St. Arnold.
try the fish.
I hope like hell you're filling up your glass,
Jim, we've asked you to
Wait,
mute your
do you
mic when
guys want to know or not?
Yes, I want to
Or are
know.
you just going to sit there and talk the whole time?
Well,
Oh,
we
I'm going
gotta,
to sit here and talk.
I was filling my glass.
What?
You were
We don't
filling
need
your
to know
glass?
That's all rum. I'm kidding.
that.
Okay, now
Okay.
Martin is saying that he was actually going right to left.
He
As Bishop of
must be in the
Metz,
southern hemisphere.
Or drunk.
and drunk.
Hi, Jenny. Go ahead, talk now, please.
Why not
as
both?
Bishop of Metz, St. Arnold spent his life warning of the dangers of drinking water and extolling the virtues of ale. During his funeral, his pallbearers stopped to slake their thirst, but regretfully there was just 1 mug of ale to share among them. Then a miracle came to pass. That 1 mug never ran dry, and all of the thirsty mourners in the entire gathering were satisfied.
To do what with their thirst?
Oh, dear God, I'm a believer!
It's one of the types of breweries that practices the German art of beer making, where you only use 4, or German whatever kind of law it is, something reicht, where you only use malt, hops, yeast, and water.
German is the best language because when they need a new word, they just take all the other words and shove them together.
Totally.
I love German.
Well, German loves you too.
And
By the
Peter
way,
knows, even
this
though
is-
his name isn't pronounced Germanically, which would be Buck.
Bauk. 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 I think I have bullfrogs in the backyard. That make
I
that
thought
noise.
if there were two
Buck.
vowels together, then you pronounce the later vowel.
I don't think that's quite correct.
Fuck.
But
But it
I don't
is
speak German natively, so I couldn't tell
in
you.
My
Weimaraner.
middle. Oh shit. My middle one is German. Springle is German. Springle. So this woman that I work with is convinced that Springle is a made-up name.
Well,
She's
it
like-
is.
She's
It
like,
has
"Is your
a
name really? Is your name
sometimes.
really Katie Springle?" I'm like, "Yes, that's really my name."
Stark
no,
is the
Springle
German
sounds
name.
made up. Apparently, Lemke sounds like it might be a real, but
Hey,
no,
speaking
Springle
of-
sounds made up.
Speaking of Stark, Martin is wondering if you're working on your arc reactor again, Jenny.
I'm always working on my arc reactor. Mostly because I don't have a...
It's like, watch while I work out my arc reactor.
That's exactly
Nice.
what I did.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm with it. By the way, St. Arnold's feast day is July 8th.
What's a St. Arnold?
Oh my
The guy
God!
who wrote that dialogue, Happy Day. Where have you been?
You really weren't paying attention when you came.
What?
Because Jenny
No,
was
I was
making
drinking
this
my
whole thing
rum.
about...
Listen, a woman has to have priorities.
I read a whole story about him.
Oh, I listened to the story.
That was about St. Arnold.
St. Arnold.
Yeah,
Okay,
with the
Jason
cup that
started
never
sending
ran
me
empty.
messages about licking,
I did
and I got
not. Bullshit.
distracted.
What?
What?
Tonight, the role of Katie will be played by a drunk woman.
And this is different than...
No,
Right,
I
as
didn't,
opposed
I
to...
didn't say this was the understudy. I just said that.
I am the goddamn diva.
That is
Oh.
more deeper than usual. Yeah,
Hey, are
let's
we
do the
live
best
yet?
We're gonna...
Turn off the Hangout.
We've been live for, well, almost 2 hours, actually.
Your
More
mom's been
importantly,
live
have
for
we...
2 hours.
Oh...
Tomorrow.
Now, I do hate to start breaking up the party, but some of us
No.
do have jobs.
No, no,
No.
we don't.
I do.
I don't think anybody in this hangout does.
No.
Well, then you better come up with something damn interesting to talk about.
So this mushroom walks into the
Stop
bar.
answering us?
What's that?
What?
Okay, you were both talking at the same time. I don't know who was saying what.
Go.
Katie was saying
Go.
something about a mushroom in a bar.
No, it wasn't interesting.
Jason?
This horse walks into the bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, why the long face?"
Boom, psh.
Okay.
Wait, are we to the bad joke telling stage
I was
now?
just wondering that.
Because
We must
It's-
be.
It's
have
either
a
that or
bad
we
joke
start
to
making
share?
Peter do impressions again.
I've,
I like
I've
that
got a
part.
whole slew of them.
Impressions?
Yes,
Oh,
impressions. This is
yeah,
my
go
Jim
for it.
impression.
Oh, yes, let us see.
No, I
Yeah.
don't have any.
No impressions? Don't make me
I
bust
ain't
out my
got
Dr.
none.
Doofenshmirtz.
All you need to do a proper impression of Jim is to just have something to drink in your hand. That's it.
I have nothing in my hands right now.
Yeah, I didn't say. I
I'm Jim.
didn't say you had one now.
Please don't drink the glue, Jenny.
Please.
That might be
The
painful
question
later.
is this my glue or is it my bleach glue?
Or both.
I should
Wait,
label that.
Yeah. Why not both?
That's probably a
Oh.
good idea.
Are we lagged now?
I have no idea. Are you lagged?
Jason and I just dropped internet for like, I don't know, 5 seconds.
You've got the hobo connection.
Did you drop it like it was hot?
Drop it. No. You know what though? We're getting fiber soon. Yeah.
Are they
baby.
actually putting Google Fiber in your area?
Why did you get rid of
No.
that? I didn't get to read it.
Get rid of what?
I'm sorry. Oh, the question? Yeah, that was just Andrew confirming that my pronunciation of my last name is correct.
You need somebody else to tell you that?
Well,
Really
no, he's
sweet of
confirming to the
Andrew
rest of you jerks.
Verify to validate you like that.
I know.
Yes, thanks,
Alright.
Andrew.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Andrew. Thanks,
The
Drew.
rest of us are nice to Peter. Why
All
are you
right.
nice to
And
Peter?
Jimbo says left to right: Katie, Jim, Jenny, Jason, Peter.
Katie, Jim, Jenny, Jason, Peter. That's kind of fun to say. Katie,
5
Jim,
times
Jenny,
fast.
Katie,
Fine.
Jim,
Katie, Jim,
Jenny,
Jenny,
Jason,
Jason,
Peter.
Peter.
Katie, Jim, Jenny,
Jason,
Peter.
Peter.
Katie, Jim, Jenny, Jason, Peter.
Katie, Jim, Jenny, Jason, Peter.
Katie, Jim, Jenny, Jason, Peter.
Okay, that was good.
Okay, we're drunk and
No.
we need to hang up the hangout.
Thank you, Jimbo.
That's
All right. So, did we have anything else that we needed to cover tonight?
Did everybody talk about what book they're reading?
Hey, yeah, let's come up with a topic.
Is that what the topic was tonight?
You know what we
Right.
should... Did we talk about what movies or what shows we've been watching?
Yeah.
We
You know
were.
what we should do? We should open the floor to our fans and see if they have a suggestion for next week's or week after next topic.
Martin is suggesting German lessons.
That'll be fun.
Tiki taki, hoi, hoi, hoi.
I know how to say something else in German. Ich
Gesundheit.
liebe dich.
Ich bin ein.
You're a jelly
Berliner.
donut.
Yes.
5, 4, 3. There it is.
All right. All right. Well, for those of you who might like to suggest an actual topic for our next show, please feel free to leave it in the comments.
Or an imaginary topic, also acceptable.
Or, yeah, imaginary topics, fine. Real, imagined, rational, irrational, whatever.
But we would like to somehow see it, so like spray lemon juice on it or something.
What?
Bleach.
I didn't say invisible.
Bleach and glue.
Bleach and glue, bleach and glue.
All right.
Jenny may have been inhaling a little bit too much of the fumes there.
Right. So we are going to stop our broadcast. So everybody
God.
say goodbye to our 4 current live viewers.
Good night,
night,
live
viewers.
viewers. Thank you
Whoever
so
you
much
are.
for watching the GxG.
See ya.
I've been Jenny.